Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Cody Stack. Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to show you guys a quick video of what it's like to actually drive in the snow here, kind of during a snowstorm. Actually, I just jumped in the car and I'm going out for a quick little drive. I wanted to show you what this looks like and just kind of show you whatever you should be expecting if you're not used to this. So coming down this way, I am kind of on a main road. This is 700 East here in Sandy. You can see that the roads have not really been cleared just yet. The snowplows did drive by my house about a half an hour ago, so I did see that they were out and about, but you know, so far they're still getting these roads cleared. Typically the roads are pretty empty, you know, not a lot of people want to drive in these snowy conditions, but you know, for the most part, it's not too bad. So I just pulled over here and actually just picking up some groceries this morning from the store, but I figured it'd be good to kind of pull over and just talk a little bit about winter driving here in Utah, right? So obviously, you know, having a car, you can get around. If you've got front wheel or rear wheel drive, it is going to make it a little bit difficult. If you can, I always recommend get a car that has all-wheel drive of some sort, or if you got a truck, something you can go by, you know, 4x4 in, that's going to make a huge difference. You can get by, you know, with front or rear wheel drive cars, but it just makes it that much more difficult. You are definitely going to need, at the very minimum, all season tires for driving in the winter. Summer tires are not going to make it, especially in a car, especially if you don't have all-wheel drive. So that's something to kind of keep in mind there. And then also worth noting that, you know, when it comes to driving in the snow, if you can get snow tires, that's even better. It's just going to make it a much safer endeavor. And I think it kind of goes without saying, but a lot of people seem to need this reminder. You know, when it's snowing, it's wet, it's slippery, drive slower, right? Give yourself more space for braking, give yourself more space for accelerating, give people more space just about everywhere you go. And hopefully you should be okay. Of course, you never know. Of course, there's always an increased risk of, you know, potential danger. But, you know, for the most part, if you do that, you should be okay. And just keep your head on a swivel, of course. So we're going to jump in and just show you a little bit more about what it's like to drive here and show you what the roads look like. All right. So here we are back in the car driving through some of this snow here. As I mentioned, you want to be careful when you're coming up to, like, especially stop signs or stop lights. A lot of times people will go to hit the brakes and the car does not stop where you think it's going to stop. So definitely give yourself more space, especially coming like out of a parking lot or something. You got to give yourself room to make sure you don't run into, you know, you don't slide into the middle of the street as cars are coming across you. So something to kind of keep in mind there. You know, also when people are turning, that's going to make it worse. Something you have to look out for. So we're going to go ahead and stop right here. Now, we are going to be going up a hill here in just a moment, which will kind of give you a sense of what it looks like. You know, I'm here in Sandy, kind of on the eastern side of town, of the valley. This is what it looks like. And, you know, I think a lot of people also underestimate this when they try to go skiing. You know, if the roads here look like this, the roads in the canyon to get up to, you know, Park City or Snowbird or Brighton or wherever you're going, those canyons are going to be pretty bad. You know, typically they are policing it where they do say, hey, you got to have snow tires, you got to have all-wheel drive, maybe even chains. If you don't have all-wheel drive and snow tires, and they've gotten more strict on that because, you know, as soon as one car goes off the road, you're kind of in a position, you know, or if they get stuck or crash or whatever, it can shut down the whole entire canyon. So yeah, definitely do not underestimate that. If you're coming in for a ski trip or something, get a car that's got snow tires, all-wheel drive. You know, you just don't want to risk it. If you run into a situation like this, something you definitely don't want to take the chances on. So we are about to head up the hill here. Also, I typically like to, I think it's, again, kind of common sense, but somebody maybe who hasn't driven in the snow may not know. Typically you want to drive in the path that has, you know, already been worn. That's going to give you better road contact. You're not touching on the snow, especially going up or down a hill. That's where your grip's at, right? So I kind of feel like that should be self-explanatory. But for some people, maybe it's not always the case. But you should also note that, you know, this car right here across from me is going quite slow. Totally fine. You know, don't blame them at all. But sometimes those people can kind of catch you out if you're going faster. Those guys might, you know, catch you out and you might not be expecting them to go that slow. So I'm here. This is just driving up the hill, you know, snow tires. I'm going 30 miles an hour. This is typically a 40-mile-an-hour road, but no issues, no slipping, no problems coming up here. You can see the roads are pretty covered and, you know, there's a pretty good amount of coverage here. It is always a little bit concerning that Jeep just went way wide, but that's fine. Nobody's there. It is always a little bit concerning when you're coming up to like a stoplight, especially if you're on a hill. That's where it can get a little bit crazy. Typically what you want to do, another little tip here. So I'm going to slow down right here before the red light, and I'm just going to kind of keep it rolling to see if I can not come to a complete stop before we hit that. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but we're definitely going to try here, because I think that if you can kind of keep the car rolling through these stoplights, it doesn't make, yeah, so unfortunately we didn't do it, but getting started here on a hill is going to be a little bit tricky. So let's see how we do. Just start off really slow. Actually, not too bad. Really not too bad. Snow tires, all-wheel drive make a huge difference in a case like that. But yeah, stopping on a hill, I always try to like roll up to it, see if I can time the light as close as possible. Because if you're already rolling, it makes it significantly easier to get going again, rather than starting from a standstill. So yeah, I mean, driving down the road here, you can see that some roads are better than others. As we pull into a neighborhood here, I'm just going to drive around for a second. You'll kind of see that usually the neighborhoods are not as cleared as the main roads, which makes sense, right? More cars on the main roads compared to the neighborhoods, and also higher speed. So they need to be, but you know, when it comes to driving around like this, we'll just jump into this neighborhood right here. There's typically a turn lane right here to the right-hand side of me, but I'm not going to go in the turn lane. That's an easy way to slide into that car right there in front of me. But we're just going to go up the hill here. And boom, like a champ. Car does great. A little hard to tell, but we are going uphill here. And you can tell that the roads are not as clear. Real quick, guys, if you're thinking about making a move here, as always, please contact me. Call, text, email me anytime. I love living here, and I think you would love it as well if you're moving from out of state. It's a great place to live. You get all 4 seasons here, and you know, it's definitely a great place to live. I've covered it at depth, you know, over hundreds of videos here on the channel, and would love for you to reach out if I can help out in any way, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. My team and I have serviced hundreds of people who've moved here. We've had over 1,000 people actually reach out from videos just like this one, and I'd love to hear from you as well. So yeah, let's chat. Driving through the neighborhood here, you can see that you know, there's kind of some like bald spots. Like right here, you've got a little bit of a, you know, patch. That's basically where the snowplow came in before, dropped some salt on the road to some ice melt, and trying to melt off the you know, the snow that's in here. They'll typically do that on all roads, which makes a huge difference. So you know, they're just maybe running a little bit behind. Maybe they didn't get as many trucks out. I think the snow was kind of unexpected, actually, to be honest. I don't think people were expecting to see the snow this heavy this morning. And sometimes that just happens. You know, sometimes you don't know what you're going to get. Sometimes it just kind of comes through and gives you a little surprise. But, you know, we're here for it. We make the most of it. If you're a skier or a snowboarder, then this is kind of a dream for you. So definitely some great stuff happening here. And yeah, love to see it. So guys, that kind of wraps up our video. I am going to head home and get out of the snow here. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. This is just a quick tip on how to drive in the snow, some tips and tricks from somebody who's lived here. A little bit of a different, you know, run and gun type style video, but I hope you enjoyed it. Reach out if I can help in any way. I'd love to help, you know, get you out here, or if you already live here in the area and you want to buy, you want to sell a home, I'd love to help with that. If you want to invest in real estate, I do investment real estate as well. I'm an investor myself. I've got rental properties and have flipped homes and stuff. So I'd love to chat with you about that as well if you're interested. And other than that, guys, we will catch you in the next one.